So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here, a clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter, it's great to be on board.
And everything you see is regal red and white, an eruption of colour, emotion, noise inside the Estadio Akron. So straight into the action. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Tries to play it through. Real chance! And that is doing no harm at all. And reclaimed it in a trice. More and more pressure on the ball here. Now it's Brahim Diaz. Van de Ven calmly anticipates. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Well, Peter, the inclusion of this fella, Mickey van de Ven, is probably an indication that the boss wants to play out from the back. I mean, we all talk about how brilliant his recovery pace is when it comes to defending, but he's actually quite tasty on the ball too, particularly with his long-range passing, and he loves those diagonals at times, and he's one to watch out for.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Xavi Simons plays it short. That is good strength. Very nicely done. Sangare. Guadalajara with another corner. It's their second corner of the game. Xavi Simons with the short one. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Sao Paulo have the chance to go the other way. Simon. And it's Simons. Guadalajara have had plenty of possession, but few, if any, genuine chances. Rashford, and that could well leave a mark. He's gone down, but the referee just tells him to get back up again. Brahim Diaz. Simons. That's an excellent interception.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Darami. Just coming up to the 30-minute mark. And he's intervened well there. Now it's Raman.
Such good technique.
He has found the way through. And he was quick to react.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
He is starved of space and time. Brahim Diaz showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Ayhan. Now, can they get him away? Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Thiaw gets a foot in here. And now the breakaway. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Looking to play him in. Thiaw. That's really well cleared. Barrios. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Ah, that's a fine interception. Out of play for a throw. Oh, can he get onto this? Tapsoba gets across to intercept that. Oh, well measured. Darami, he's on it, can he get away? Cleared without hesitation. The whistle's gone, and that's it for the first half. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Well, at least the defence can look back on a job pretty well done so far, Peter. I think they've squeezed the play quite well, and they've been relentless in their pressing. So the energy levels have looked good.
So we are still where we were at the beginning. It is 0-0 at the break. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
Guadalajara have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break. Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Sao Paulo are looking to break at pace. Barrios. And here's Xavi Simons. Brahim Diaz. So no flag here. He's gone direct here. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was...
He's having a hit! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Brahim Diaz. Now, what about a counter-attack? Raman currently being consciously targeted.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Guadalajara clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
And that's very disappointing, it has to be said. And that's been intercepted. And here's Rashford. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Now it's Rashford. Very few chances to talk of, Jim. Defence is, it seems, on top here.
Well, I think it's a fair reflection on what we've seen so far. Neither side has produced that many efforts at goal simply because respective defences have been strong. They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Fran Garcia. Played into space. Brahim Diaz receives it in a wide position. And can he finish it? Darami. Oh, that's been cut out, well played. Rahman tries to pass it through. He's had a shot! Xiao. Now it's Rashford. Darami. Can he get on the end of this? Can he finish? And he's there to belt it away.
Sao Paulo clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Ayhan kept his eye on it, and he's there. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Great vision. He's having a pop! Oh, he's been caught napping. And here's Rashford.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Quality ball. Okafor chasing after it. Nicely weighted ball.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Oh, super ball. Tries a shot. He lifts the roof. Oh, is this it? Have they won it? And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
So we have movement on both benches. Sao Paulo look like they've won it, but it's not over yet.
Well, I can wholeheartedly say, Peter, they deserve this, but has the opposition enough spirit left in them now to maybe find a way back?
And that's that. Well, that was tense. The two parties separated by the game's only really meaningful moment. Intriguing for the neutrals, unbearable, sometimes unwatchable for those with a vested interest. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game? Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter. Hi, everyone. The excitement has really picked up now, and I'm eager for the action to start.
And what strikes you most about this remarkable venue is, of course, its greenness. It really makes a terrific sight at the Estadio Akron, home to Guadalajara, one of Mexico's most popular teams. We're up and running then. And here's Zielinski, Sangare, and here's Brahim Diaz. And they can counter here. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
How can you overlook a player who has a name like this guy, Xavi Simons? He plays on either wing or as a false nine. He's quick, he's versatile, he's hard-working, he's coachable. They all say he has a great footballing IQ. And he's one of those catch-me-if-you-can types.
I'm thinking the same. He will be a central feature, no doubt. Ayhan. Sangare. He's got away. Now it's Okafor. And that pass just didn't quite work. Rashford going after that. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Tapsoba. Guadalajara appearing to have the better of things in these early exchanges. And it's Zielinski. Good ball, good take. Goes for a shot! Oh, he's given that plenty, but no.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Xavi Simons goes short. Sao Paulo have the chance to go the other way. That's a lovely, neat pass. He's had it taken off him. Tries to pass it through. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
It's an inviting-looking ball, that. Neither side yet able to force a breakthrough here. And here's Zielinski. Oh, sweet feet. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Ayhan. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Simon. Some good work on the right flank here. Now it's Williams. And here's Xavi Simons. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Looking for a runner. Can he latch on to this? Space for him to turn and look. Oh, strongly challenged there. It is a corner. They've played it short. And now they can spring out of defence. And he's being shifted off it. Opts for safety. Keeper's got good distance on that. Van de Ven promptly onto that, and that is that. Rashford wins the duel this time. Tries to play it through.
Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Looking for the run. He's on it. Can he get away? And he shoots!
I think that's great defending. He just made sure he was in the right place to block it, and I bet you the keeper's very relieved.
And he's managed to get free. It's loose now and they want to get it back. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. And here's Rashford. Showing good feet. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. And for the first half, that is that. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. How would you review the first half?
Well, I wouldn't say it was the most potent performance, Peter, but defensively, very composed. The scoreline might still be 0-0, but I'm expecting things to open up a bit more in this second half.
So, no breakthrough from either side, 0-0 after 45 minutes of action. And we get things going again.
Guadalajara have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
Too long and over the line. Rashford is herring after that one. Simons. Okafor. Now Simons. Okafor. Shoots! It's a goal! It is the pick-me-up they all longed for. He knows it's taken a big and very kind deflection, but he is claiming it nonetheless. Guadalajara are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, talk about the perfect start.
Williams! And yes, it's there! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punch. Tries a shot! No, he's missed it. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? And that is out of play. Williams being hounded, manhandled at times.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
And he's worked it through. Oh, that's a key interception. Oh, this looks sharp. Okafor might just make this. Guadalajara have scored 2 quick goals here and are firmly in the driving seat. 2-0 the score. Brahim Diaz.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Good defending there, they've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. Iñaki Williams on a hat-trick. What do you think that'll mean to him, Jim?
I think it'll mean a huge amount to him. The way he's been playing, I fully expect him to turn his 2 goals into 3. His appetite has been brilliant, and he totally merits a 3rd.
He looks a really hungry player right now. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Sao Paulo clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Real chance! And there's a goal! Just one in it now! The game takes on a whole new complexion! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
So we have movement on both benches. Just one in it now.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
He's having a hit! Oh, split-second reaction.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Sao Paulo have their second corner now. And it's been taken short. Look at the space here. Oh, shooting chance! Nearly, but not quite. Chance here to counter. Knocks it into space. Iñaki Williams in acres of space out wide. Oh, that's nice. Oh, well played, well played.
Guadalajara surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Foot in. Sankari. Well, that has not gone well. Now that looks a decent ball. Williams. That's tidy. Quality ball.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Well, that is one way to stop him. Oh, no joy this time. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Can he finish? Big chance! Could have won it there and then. He knows that. Oh, he knows it.
Zielinski really can't believe it. He let the opposition off the hook there, and he knows it all too well.
And it's been played through. Okafor chasing after it. Guadalajara close now to seeing this one through to the end. Now, can they get him away? Aimed beyond the defence. Takes a shot! Oh, that is rather wayward. Not the best distribution from the keeper. Oh, well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Now he's off and running. And here's the chance to counter. And it's Ayhan. Ayhan's cross. Cleared without hesitation.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Guadalajara can finally smile now. They have held on in a difficult watch for both sets of fans. A truly emotional roller coaster that. Williams, voted man of the match, and deservedly so. The end of the game. reflections? So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands.
This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter, it's great to be on board.
And everything you see is regal red and white. An eruption of colour, emotion, noise inside the Estadio Akron. We are just getting started. Hannibal. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Now it's Okafor. Nicely weighted ball. And he's managed to get free.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Goes for a shot! Goal! And there is your opener.
His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
Such a smart finish, and the setup was very good too, but defensively, they didn't cover themselves in glory here.
Guadalajara gain their reward with an early goal. Brahim Diaz, and he was quick to react. Passing is crisp and sharp. Guadalajara leading here thanks to that early goal. 1-0 the score. Well, it just petered out. No penetration at all, having had a great deal of the ball. Ayhan. Okafor. Tries to play it through. Xavi Simons is onto this. Oh, that's fabulous.
He's gone down, but the referee just tells him to get back up again.
Looking for options for movement.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Hannibal shoots! And it's come back out to him. And that's a sharp finish. Sao Paulo are back on level terms. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
And that's great movement from him. He instinctively knew that the ball was going to come back out and put himself where he needed to be. The sort of thing you just can't teach.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
Sao Paulo really will fancy their chances now. They need to make the most of the momentum, but they have to be careful not to overstretch themselves and pay a price.
That is good progress on the left.
And that's played in low.
That's a decent clearance. Just about midway through the first half, and it has been an engaging watch. Ayhan. Some intricate passing, looking decent chance! Oh, that's an own goal!
I've been there myself, and that's the last thing he wanted to happen. I really sympathise.
So a lead courtesy of an own goal. Just coming up to the 30-minute mark. Hannibal aimed beyond the defence. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Oh, that's a key interception. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
And here's Xavi Simons. That's a lovely, neat pass. Okafor. Well, that's been cut out, well played.
Approaching half-time and still behind. Can they make something happen now?
Great ball, Hannibal! They've got to be quick to recover this. Looking to play him in. It's a goal kick. Ayhan picks it up from the goal kick. Now it's Brahim Diaz.
He is through here!
Oh, that pass isn't the best.
And the counter is on.
And he's had it nicked away. Now it's Simons. And he's got away from him. And that's a dangerous...
Real chance! A real chance and a real let-off.
Oh, what a chance. He probably had more time than he realised.
Just eases him off the ball. Brahim Diaz. Looking for the run. He's shifting through the gears here. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. That's it, 45 minutes up. That was a very watchable and entertaining half of football, and it's fair to say that both teams have played their part.
So there was the first half.
Well, I can tell you it's been an absolutely fantastic watch, Peter. I wish I could come here every week. It's been wonderfully open, wonderfully tense, and beautifully unpredictable now.
So that's how it stands at halfway. We'll be back with the second half very soon.
Hay un cambio en el campo de juego. Número 22.
And here is the first touch of the second half.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
That is a brilliant interception. Distributed tidily. Now, can they get him away? Not the most accurate pass.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it. And it's Simons. And here's Zielinski. Williams shapes to shoot!
That, Peter, is wonderful reading of the game. Perfect positioning. Well played.
Has a look and plays it forward. Guadalajara come out of the tunnel having undergone a change at half-time.
I'll be fascinated to see how the change now affects their overall strategy.
Simon does have his name on the score sheet, of course. And it's been given away. Drive. Oh, great leap! Oh, and that one's done no damage in the end.
Moukoko is clearly kicking himself here. He knew that was a great opportunity.
Tapsoba spots it and intercepts. Williams being watched hawkishly here.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind them up in the process, Peter.
Guadalajara still have the cards to affect this game. Now it's Okafor, and the shot! And a neat finish! What remarkable powers of recovery!
Wow, this is so good. I mean, seriously good. They're putting on quite a show here for us.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Quite a game this, all square again.
Well, it seems to me they'll both be pushing for another now. Could be a critical phase.
Fran Garcia. Simons. Now it's Okafor. He's on it, can he get away? Iñaki Williams was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. It's gone out for a throw-in. Moukoko, can he get onto this? Van de Ven gathers from the goal kick. It's a really well-measured ball. Zielinski. Brahim Diaz. It's a pretty loose pass. Not much subtlety about that challenge. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. And it's made its way to him.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Just a quarter of an hour to play. Well, that is one way to stop him. And he thumps it clear. Sangare. Can he get it through? Lovely pass, but can he get there? He might be in here! Chance, surely! Goal! Sao Paulo! Into the lead once more. A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
Hay un cambio en el campo de juego. Número 10.
Well, the two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time. Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Well, Peter, the manager's all smiles, but he's got a big decision to make here. He needs to see this one out.
Tapsoba cuts it out. Darami. And that was nowhere near his best.
Sao Paulo surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
This looks promising.
Guadalajara really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Plays a sharp little ball here.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
That's great defensive work. It doesn't take too much imagination to guess what would have happened otherwise.
Well, I think it's good he took the opportunity to run at that back line. I'm sure it won't deter him either.
Se agregará un minuto al tiempo
It's a
reglamentario.
promising position. Big chance! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
And we have our very first corner. And it's been taken short. He's in a great position here. Caught offside that time.
And that's that.
Well, what a